Ready for
How
this
many,
poll?
how many of y'all feel different when they say recording in progress? Hey, as soon as it goes recording in progress, how many of you feel like, oh, damn, start thinking about things like, oh, they looking at me. Let me know. Some of y'all be coming up here, I ain't turning my camera on today. I know they gonna ask me, I ain't doing it. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it. Like nobody's holding you hostage to do anything. You don't have to do anything in this world. See, it's a simple choice in words. You get to. The beauty of it is that you get to, because there will come a day where you no longer.
Morning, Coach Crew.
What's up? What's up? It will come a day where you no longer get to. So, do we know when is the last day we no longer get to do whatever it is that you love to do? Do you know when? Do you know how many more days that you have of visiting this family? Do you know how many more days you have of breathing the beautiful air and taking in beautiful sights and going into the nature and just being with yourself and getting downloads? Like, do you know?
No.
No.
So what are we willing to do about it? What are we willing to do? Are we willing to take our lives in our hands to at least give us some type of control over the narrative? See, the thing is, it's usually about control, but we don't really have control. You don't truly have control of anything. And why is that? I would love to know, why is that? How come we don't have control over almost everything? Like, why is that? Why don't we have the power just to control everything? Does anybody know in the chat? Let us know.
Because you can't control outside things beyond yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. What else? What else? Let me know. What else we got? What else? What else? Let me know. All right, so this is what I want to do. I want to share the screen and I want to play a video and I want to get your thoughts on the video. All right, I want to get your thoughts on the video. So let me go ahead and pull that up now. All right, so I'm going to share. And I just want to get your perspectives. I want to get your perspectives on it. All right, thoughts? Anybody with any thoughts? Any thoughts on that video? All right, let's bring V up. Okay, V, what's going on?
What's up? How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
What?
Let me ask you a question. If you could greet anybody, how would you greet them? Like, if you could just greet somebody, like, what would be the ideal way that you could greet them?
Hey. I
Okay.
was trying not to be so loud. People sleeping. But
all right. That's fine. So what I'm thinking about is energy, right?
Mhm.
So the reason why I said that is because I'm thinking when you want somebody to see you, how would you like them to greet?
Oh, yeah, with excitement, with good energy, positive vibes, things like that.
Okay.
But I'm
Why?
not, I'm very positive right now. I just was like, keeping my volume down. I'm not,
Okay. So look, y'all know yeah, you can show excitement without yelling, right? Like you can still be excited and happy without yelling, right? You can still sound like you're excited to be in your life because this is yours. And you're the star of your movie, the star of your story, but this is your life. Do I sound excited or do I not sound excited?
You sound excited.
Oh, okay. So let's practice being more excited because this frequency-based universe that we live in is based upon your feelings of how you feel. It's literally based upon how you feel. That's why if you was to get $1 million, you would think that your day is so happy because you created that frequency for yourself. And if you lost $1 million, you could think that your day is the worst day. It's because you created that feeling. Same opportunity, different choice. So for you, V, you watching that video, and you got those pillars, those cylinders up there. You got the thing that represents the person, the little icon that represents the person, seeing above, and then also recognizing where they come from. What did that mean to you? What did you get from watching that?
Uh, what I got from that is being not being in competition with other people and looking at what other people are doing, but being in competition with yourself and bettering yourself and getting to where you need to be without focusing on everybody else's um I guess journey. Just focus on your own journey.
Okay, I got that. All right. So how did you relate to it?
I related to that because sometimes I find myself doing that, like not being where I want to be and looking, at others and being like, okay, well, wow, they started here and they're already here and I'm still right here. So um, that's how I resonated with that. Just not looking at that and just focusing on what I'm doing.
Okay, thank you. I love that. Absolutely love it, V. All right, great job, great job. Let me see who else we got. Wayne's World. Let's bring up Wayne. What's up, Wayne?
Oh, what's up now, y'all? How y'all doing? Good morning, Grand Rising. Um, my thoughts on the video was basically to touch upon like how B said, it's really just being aligned and focus on your purpose, staying focused on what you got going, rather than focusing on, somebody else that might be doing a little better, or in that case, just staying in your own lane, really. You know, we all got a purpose. It's on us to stay focused on our own purpose rather than, somebody else's goals and everything. I mean, but I could definitely relate to it, just like I said, there's times where I'll be looking at other people like, damn, they doing this, they doing that, and I wish I could do that, or I wish I was at that, at that point or whatever. But I guess we have to remind ourselves a lot of times, maybe it might not be our time. It's all about timing, really.
Okay, absolutely. I love it. I love the take. Everybody send some love in the chat for Wayne. Okay, let's go to the next person who we got coming up. Let's see who it is. Anna. All right, Anna, what's up, Anna?
Hi, morning.
So,
So, um, similar to what everyone else said, that reminded me of this quote, comparison is the thief of joy, right? So when we look at other people's journey or where they're at, and we tend to compare that to ourselves and where we're at in life, and that tends to hold us back, right? And for myself as well, I consider myself somewhat very competitive. So I do like to see others' accomplishments, and I do like to hear others' stories as well. So it's sort of contradicting, but when I see someone else has accomplished something, it inspires me to get to that level. So it does instill some type of inspiration in me where I think, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. So I'm going to get there. However, I think the focusing on the comparison is thinking about where they're at in their journey. Sort of like they always say, you don't know what people did to get to where they are. So the process to get there is probably not going to be something that we would want to endure, or it's something that's ethical, whatever way, however they did to get there. But I think for us, we need to focus on what it is that we're doing and our destination where we want to go, and not so much focus on someone else's journey or their process. That makes sense.
Right. Yeah. It all makes sense. Thank you for sharing that. Definitely see the value in that. So was it a breakthrough for you? Just confirmation for you? Like, well, what did
It's
you get from it?
It's confirmation for me, because I saw once with the cylinder, once they were at the top, there was no one else. They were like focusing on yourself. You get to the top, and then there is no one else below them, because they're not looking at where other people are. They're just focusing on their journey and where it is that they want to get to. So it sort of was a confirmation for me to continue to be in alignment, continue to do what my heart tells me, continue to live in my purpose, and focus on my own journey.
Absolutely. Who else needs to focus on their own journey? Let me know. Who else needs to focus on their own journey? All right, thank you, Ed. I appreciate you for that. So one of the things that I got from just hearing everybody's story or everybody's take is that we see things differently. So let's bring up one more person. What we got? We got Rose. What's up, Rose?
Good morning.
How you feeling?
Yeah, all right, thank you. For me, looking at that video, I saw a person that is on their own journey, but I also like thought outside of the box, because this happens to me a lot, where family and friends will see what I'm doing, and it's like I share like I want them to know that yeah, I may be doing this and I may be here, but you can achieve this too. And share that information. Don't keep it all to myself. I don't want to be at the top by myself. I'm doing this for my child, my grandchild, so that's how I saw it.
Okay, love it. Absolutely love it. So send some love in the chat for Rose. So let me see. Let me add value here, right? And hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to play another video, and this is just gonna be random. How many of y'all feel like you're in alignment with where you're at right now? Like, do you feel like you're in alignment with your assignment? Let me know, because we should be assessing, assigning, and aligning, basically making sure that we are operating in our power, right? Things could go quote unquote wrong, but it's not really going wrong. It's just that's the way the tide is, right? That's the way the ebb and flow is. That's just the way how it goes, the push and pull. So sometimes you're gonna feel like it's an easier pull, or it's an easier push, and sometimes you're gonna feel like you're pulling. It's just going to vary, right? So don't get discouraged about where you are, if you're in alignment or not, based upon what is happening on the outside. Alignment is about what's aligning on the inside, because on the outside could be chaos, but the inside creates the order of the chaos. Your job is to create order out of the chaos. So there's all of these different elements, all of these different things, so much information, all of these people. Your job and your role as a creator, a person of creation, you have to pull it all together. That is your job. So let's see right now who's operating in their alignment. I'm going to choose a random video. And it's going to be one of those same videos that we watch and then we give the feedback to. However, I want to see if it aligns with something that you're dealing with, something that you're going through. Can we do that? Can we see if who's in alignment? And also let us know if it's not. Like if it's just something that this was just a new thought that you got, let us know. But drop a 1 in the chat if you say you want to see that video. Drop a 1 in the chat if you want to test your alignment. See, this is all about frequency. So the frequency that you're on will basically dictate what you see frequently. So let's see if you're in alignment. Let me go here and let me click on something. I'm gonna bring this up and show my screen. All right, so everybody said 1 for the most part. Nobody's scared. We ain't got nobody scared in here. Hold on. Let's see. All right. So I think y'all should be able to see the screen now. Okay. Wait, you've probably seen it, but let's run it back again, right? Let's just run it back one more time. But for those of you who may not be able to see, pinch in the screen or zoom in. If you're on your cellular device, definitely pinch in. If you're on your computer screen, there's numbers at the top where you could just increase the zoom, or you can double tap. If you have a trackpad, you can pinch out as well, or pinch in. All right, last time, third time's a charm, family. Let's see. Low key, the reason why that ball jumped on the gym, because this was a gym. If you missed it up, like if you missed this one, like I don't know what to tell you right now. But raise your virtual hand. I want to get your take. I want to see how you felt on that. And what's your thoughts? Does it relate to you? Was it in alignment with what you're dealing with right now? Who was this in alignment for? Are you dealing with things and you're discovering something about your multitasking ability? Or are you realizing that when you are focused, that you are accomplishing things? Let us know. And shout out to VV. I might have to do something for you because you keep raising your hand first. Uh-oh. Let's bring her up. What's up, V?
Hey. So that video, I resonated with that video. The first little video where it's going up and down, it was like, for me, inconsistency. Like inconsistency with focus, right? So you're going up and down. You're not really focused on what you need to do, so you never obtain your goal. So the second video for me was like consistent focus. And I guess consistent focus and discipline. So you're focusing on your idea, nothing else is around you. So then you finally reach your goal. So that's what I got from that.
Okay, how does that relate to you?
That relates to me because I'm definitely the first one, but inconsistency. Like I have these spurts of focus where I'm like, oh my God, I gotta do what I gotta do. And then I have these times where I'm not so focused. So that first one resonated with me. So definitely need to get to the second portion of the video.
Okay. So how would you get there?
Being disciplined, being consistently focused on my goal. Just being consistent, time blocking, being disciplined.
Okay, so when you're saying it, you're actually shaking your head no.
No, I'm not.
Right?
Okay.
So get in alignment with that. Get in alignment with it.
All right, so being consistent, being disciplined, being focused. You know what I got to do too? Talking more to my accountability partners. Having some accountability there to assist me with being focused. Giving up some things. So that's what I could do to be more consistent and focused to reach my goals. Doing this.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Some of y'all may not know V. It's probably y'all first time seeing her or first month, but she used to be in the background. She used to be a person with the camera off, or she's scared to raise her hand. If she comes up, she is nervous, right? A lot of what you see now, this wasn't her before, but this has always been her. And this may be resonating with you too. Like there's something inside of you that knows that you're great, you know and feel that you're amazing, but these things keep holding you back. It's good to recognize and identify which things are in your way. So I want you to recognize, V, when the ball was going up and then it came back down, what's the thing that's having you feel, "Yeah, I'm going up," and then what's the thing that having you feel like, "Damn, I'm coming back down." Like, and now you keep going through that inconsistency flow. So I want you to think about that. And then if you come through with something, a breakthrough, raise your hand and let us know. All right.
Okay.
All right. Everybody send some love to V in the chat. We're going to throw the clock on 30 seconds or less so we can get things moving. Who we got? Let's bring them up. Let's bring them up. Rose. Oh, we got the same hands coming up. That's what I'm talking about. More confidence. I feel you. Let's go, Rose. All right. So for you, what was that like?
So for me, it was a beautiful distraction that I have. I'm not good at multitasking. So I know this about myself, so I try not to do it. Because I'm not going to get anything accomplished. I'll just have a whole bunch of different projects that unfinished because I'm trying to do everything instead of focusing on that one thing and then getting that done and then moving on to the next thing. But a lot of times it was because I was not prioritizing or setting myself up that morning for the day ahead. And so with me, multitasking, it just doesn't work.
Hmm. How many of y'all resonate? Are you more efficient with multitasking? Doing more things at once? Let me know. Or are you over here wobbly because you can't hold on to the things that you pretty much put yourself in a position to be obligated for? So thank you, Rose. I want to say to you, disconnect from distractions and minimize multitasking because it does not work. It's just letting y'all know, yes, for certain things, it could be beneficial, but if you're looking for to use it as a tool to get successful, no, it's not gonna happen. You'll be down there for a long time. All right. Everybody send some love to Rose in the chat. Who else we got coming up? There she go. There she go. What's up, Africa?
Hey, good morning. So I kind of felt attacked by the video
Mm.
because I felt like it was trying to put like a little highlight on me. That's crazy. I'm definitely a multitasker. And I know some people don't believe in astrology, but I swear it's the Gemini in me where I need to be doing this and that at all times. I can't help but to try to do this because for me personally, I'd be feeling like I'm running out of time. And people be like, well, you're still in your 20s, you have this time and that time. But like I need to keep my mind on a lot of things or else I feel like personally like I'm wasting my time. So I need to be doing multiple things at a time. But I also noticed that I need to be able to focus in on one thing because you have to craft that one thing. But it's me trying to figure out which one thing I want to craft first. Like, and yeah, that's what I'm battling
All right.
internally right now.
All right. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. It's something that you just need more reps in. Everybody drop the word reps. All we need is just some more reps. We just got to get some more reps. That's it. Just get more reps. And when the video was offending you, hey, now you got to get on the offense now, right? That's what that means. You got to get up and get on the offense now. Now you have to go out there and make things happen. And I understand that you might feel like Tom is, going by because it is. Tom isn't moving faster. It's just that we're more aware of how fast, how short life is. So now that we realize that, what do we need to do? The time that we do have, we need to make it more meaningful. So multitasking too much, you're not really making your time meaningful. But if you put deep focus into one thing at a time, you're going to make it more meaningful. If you're having a conversation and you're actually in the conversation, the conversation becomes meaningful. If you're in the conversation, but you're thinking about all these other things, then the conversation just feels long, it feels drawn out, you feel bored, or whatever else may be, right? So just realizing that disconnected from distractions is the key, but having deep focus on one thing is very important. Thank you, Africa. We appreciate you, goddess. All right, let's go to the next person. Who is that? Shanira. She got the New York City streets in the background. You can hear it in the accent. She's from somewhere on the East Coast. It is what it is. What's up, Shanira?
Hi, good morning. Sorry, I'm taking out my braids. For me, I think when I looked at it, I was seeing like the highs and the lows of the journey. And I'm in that point because I'm not stopping, but I am going through a lot of stuff while I'm on my journey to where I'm trying to get to. And so I'm still shooting for my target. Regardless to what, I gotta keep going.
Absolutely. And the way that you're going to get there is you're focused, right? Fulfilling obligations consistently until successful. So we definitely want to make sure we're being focused. Everybody send some love to Shanaira. Shanaira, you got this. Once again, y'all, ebbs and flows will happen. It will happen. Who we got coming up? Let's see. Who's next? Bree. What's up, Bree?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I really, I thought about the video, and I think that I've been very focused in terms of getting things done. But I think that, I'm not a good person, but having integrated in a Love Plus app, we're getting so many notifications that I'm finding them distracting. So I think I'm just going to block out time to go on the app and deal with the app and look at notifications and just block out social media like I normally do, because I find it distracting. So I'm really good at multitasking. I am getting things done, but I'm not doing them as efficiently as I need to.
Yeah, absolutely. And you brought up a couple great points. One, when you start to get into this world, yeah, you're gonna get notifications all day. While my phone is on do not disturb all day. Why is my phone on silent all day? Because if you was to just listen to my phone, it bing, 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 hello, hey, dude, what's up, dude? Text message, phone call, okay, email, hey, check the WhatsApp, oh, Love Plus notification. That's how it sounds, right? And the thing is, you have to now be able to control those things. So notifications may come up. You just got to be more conscious about looking at your notifications, right? Turn the sound off so it's not distracting you sound-wise, but you still need your notifications. Now, you could dictate which notifications come up. So, and as far as Love Plus app, I do advise y'all to do that, because sometimes you might get messages from somewhere else that you just might not have any interest in, but at the moment. So go ahead and go inside of the groups and turn on and turn off certain notifications, so that way you still can get what you want. But if I'm you all, mine is on silent. My work is scheduled out already. I know who's going to be called. I know who's not. People who shouldn't be calling me in between the time. If I could pick up, I'll pick up. But if I can't pick up because I'm scheduled to be doing this, I can't pick up. Some of you'll be doing work. Yeah, what you say, girl? Yeah. So yeah. Hold on. You're doing stuff for the kids. You're doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Come on, y'all. Come on. How successful is that really? Is that a real version of success? No. So let's be more mindful of how we're actually creating our days to be, because we're getting distracted. And our attention span is so short that, we could be thinking one thing in the next minute, and this next second is going out of our head, right? So just let's sharpen up our awareness, sharpen up our intentionality, and just be focused on one thing at a time right now. When you're in the moment, be in that moment. Like right now, while you're on this call, you should be in the call, in the moment of your life, because something is happening that you could get a breakthrough. But if you're really not in your life at the moment, you can miss it. Next person, everybody send some love to Bree in the chat. Thank you, Bree. Anna, what's up, Anna?
Hey. So that video reminded me of the saying, I love my quotes, a jack of all trades, a master at none, right? So with multitasking, we're doing multiple tasks, but we're not completing them. And if we were to focus on one task at a time or one goal at a time and put all our energy and focus into that, we'll be able to achieve that goal much faster, as opposed to doing multiple things at once and delaying the process. So I resonate with that a lot, because at the beginning of the year, I had my goals, and just so I'm pretty sure time's going to run out on me at this point, but if the clock's on, but I had a lot of goals, and I was trying to do multiple things at once, especially when I first started in the program in January. I was thinking about, getting my license and to sell life insurance. I was thinking about business funding, a ton at once, and I wasn't completing everything or I wasn't completing anything at all. But this time around in the program, it's very different. I'm very focused. I have my 3 goals that I'm focused.
Oh, you can keep going. It's just be mindful of how long you're going over time. That's all.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So that's really it. I'm focusing right now on and prioritizing and making sure that instead of trying to complete multiple things at once, I'll focus on getting business funding first. And also, I like to have a strategy. So in order for me to invest in real estate, I need funding, right? So I'm working on getting funding. Once I have that, if I want to start invest in a whole life insurance or any type of life insurances, I'll go there, start creating my banking system. And from that banking system, I will start now pulling the funds to invest in real estate. So I
Okay.
have sort of a plan now, plan of action in place.
All right, cool. So could you have said that in less than 55 seconds? Because you have more than that, but 55 seconds was the overtime. Can you have said that in less than 55 seconds? All right, let's practice on that. Because that's also a distraction, right? Like it's cutting into the time too. Like sometimes we think we have to spend more time on certain things that we don't have to spend time on. So now it's just cut into the distraction. So for example, if I only have the capacity to study for 20 minutes, I should just study my 100% effort into 20 minutes. I'm not worried about extending it to 40 minutes because after the 20 minutes, I'm distracted. I'm picking up my phone, autopilot. I'm going to Instagram by accident. I click out of Instagram, but then I turn right back on Instagram. As soon as I click out of it, I'm right back on it. Like, how did I do that just now? Right? So just be mindful of all of that stuff. And the same thing goes for everybody. When you're out here and you got a lot on your plate, just break things down, task chunk a little bit, break things down and make it easier, more obtainable, right? All right. Everybody send some love to Anna in the chat. Thank you, Anna. Scan the man. We're gonna play a nice little game afterwards, but all of these games are learning exercises. It's not just for you just to be clubbing on Love Plus. We're actually is working. So scan the man. You was working on your confidence yesterday. You was working on your delivery. You was working on your leadership. Let me hear something. What's going on?
Hi everybody, how you guys doing? It goes a little deeper after watching this video, like because to me, I thought like multitasking was an attribution to strive for. Like you need that as a tool to be successful. Until when I multitask, I realized that even if you get some results, right, the quality and the results that you get is not really what you could get if you were focusing on doing one task at a time, right? And the second thing that I got from the video too is that when you focus on doing one thing and doing it right, it only builds the momentum to go up, and that propels you to reaching the goal. That's what I get from the video.
Absolutely, absolutely. So typically we will mute y'all on after 30 seconds, but sometimes we just let you go and let you be mindful of what you're saying and how much you're saying. So thank you for that. It definitely is a lesson. One of the aspects that I want you to be cognizant of is there's no right or wrong. It's more like workable or non-workable. And if you're looking at that, right, from a standpoint of workable, non-workable, your life becomes easier to manage. Because what's happening is your life is based upon how you're thinking, things that's being said, what's being done is basically a thought in your mind. So if that works that way, then it can work the other way too, where you're thinking of who you are, you're thinking of what you can accomplish, you're thinking of what it is that you know that you could be, and you're operating from that space, and that draws or brings or attracts that energy to you. So I want to do an exercise. Everybody send some love to Scan in the chat. Thank you, Scan. I want to do an exercise, and I want you all, somebody raise their hand, and I'm gonna choose you, but this is how the game is gonna go. You're gonna be the spokesperson for the other person. You're gonna say your story in 30 seconds, and the other person is gonna take that and magnify your story. So, for example, this is what it would look like. So, hey, I love going on trips. boat rides. I like to eat fruits and vegetables. You can just come out and say something like that. And then the next person is gonna build the story based upon all of the ingredients that you put in. All right. And the purpose of this, I'm not gonna tell you until the end, so that way you don't cheat it. But this is, you'll get a breakthrough from this. All right. So how many people we got? Let's bring them all up. Scan, you participating, Scan?
No.
Because your hand was raised. If you're not, take your hand down. Up, Scan, you're participating. Too late. All right. So let me see. 4 people, that's good. All right. So randomly, you will be chosen. First person will be Bree. Bree, you're gonna share your story. Scan, you're going to take her story and you're gonna turn it into something, right? So this is how it's gonna work. Bree's gonna share her ingredients about who she is. Just basically throw out everything that you love, things you do, and then Scan, you make a nice story out of it. 30 seconds each person. It may seem tough at first, but it always seems tough at first. After you get through the first round, you'll be doing it like this. All right. So Bree, put 30 seconds on the clock for you. You're going to just share a lot about you. So just these are your ingredients for the story. Scan is going to make the story about Bree. All right. Where is she? Oh, okay. I see you. Go ahead, Queen. Tell us all about it.
Okay, I've traveled all around the world. I've lived on 4 continents and 6 countries, and my life experience have been exceptionally rich. However, my financial one is on the lower end. And that's why I'm really inspired to be a part of MMA, to change that trajectory, to make my financial experiences match my life experiences. I also love to give back to individuals, and I've been.
All right, good. So Scan, you are now Bree, and I want you to create the story utilizing her ingredients, and tell us about tell us about your story. Go ahead.
About my story about Bree or about myself?
Man, come on, why you giving yourself extra time to think? I said you're gonna take Bree's ingredients, but you're Bree, you're representing her. You're gonna tell your story as Bree. Tell your story as her. Ready?
I am a person with a big heart because I love to give back. And I've seen a lot of stuff about life and about the world because I've been traveling around the world and living in so many different continents and countries. But I realized that there's more to my life because I need to, the same experience that I have in life for my financial to reach that same experience to be rich, right? So, and to give back was more because I love to do that.
Okay, that was pretty good. Yo, that was pretty good. Scan, that was really good. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous were you? Because it's like this is a weird thing to take somebody's information and speak about it. But how was it for you?
My heart is rushing right now.
Okay.
Jump out of my stomach right now.
Okay, so great job. Bree, did he do a good job on telling your story? Did you feel inspired about your story?
Yeah, thank you so much, Scan. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
All right, now you get to do the opposite. All right. So now, Scan, you share your ingredients, and Bree has to deliver your story. All right. 30 seconds on the clock, Scan. Who are you? What happened? And give us your background, all that stuff.
I love hanging out with friends and family. I love them to death. I've seen only like 3 countries in the world so far, but I love to travel. And excursion is something that I'm really, really passionate about because I love nature. I love food because I love to experience cooking different things for myself and watch my friends and family enjoy them. And I strive to be in a community where we can build together and change our story.
All right, cool. Did you get enough information, Bree?
I hope so, because it's hard to hear him for me. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know.
Let's see. Scared? Are you covering your mic?
I'm not covering my mic. Actually, I'm living that thing though.
It's your echo. I think it's because where you're at. It's just where you're at that's causing feedback in it probably. Yeah, just maybe go to a place where there's a little bit less echo. But how much of it, Bree, did you get? He likes to travel. What else?
He likes to travel. He loves, he's been to 3 countries. He loves food, likes trying diversity. And now I missed the very first part. I
Okay.
don't know there, but
All
I
right.
got the.
That's good enough. You ready? That's good
All
enough.
right.
Make up a story. You're utilizing your. I can't. Tell y'all fully, but just use what he gave you and then create the best story you can. All right, ready, Britt? 30 seconds on the clock for you. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, I live on the East Coast because every day I get to have a different food from another country. You know, I can have Jamaican one day, the next day I can have Japanese, the next day I can have Korean. I mean, I can eat all over the world every day in one place. That's what I love about that. But in addition to that, it allows me to travel in one place, but it also gives me inspiration to see those places and visit those places and go to different countries. So I'm enjoying the culture of the city.
Scan, did she accurately represent you? Did she enlighten you? Like, what are your thoughts here?
I'm so glad that you mentioned the Japanese because this is so true about me. And yes, because I love food that much, I love to try different food. That was on point as well. And I was expecting her to talk about how I love to share that with my family and my friends, though. But yes, Bree, you did a good job. Thank you.
Did Bree make you feel like you want to be more like Scan? Scan, did she make you feel like you want to be more like Scan? Okay.
Definitely.
All right, great job. What you thought you did? How did you think you do, Bree?
What city is he in?
I'm in New York.
Okay, all right, point. Okay, so I think that I focused too much on the food and I didn't get into the community aspect. So, but you know, I think that it was that's what I related to him when he was talking. That's what I loved about when I lived in New York. I literally ate it in different country almost.
That is the power.
You know, the rich. Yeah. That's one thing that I miss, particularly where I'm living now, because I don't have that variety here.
Right. New York, you can eat almost any cuisine. You don't have to travel out the country. This is why they charge so much to be in New York, because you are traveling around the country inside of a state, inside of a city.
I know. I love that. But now it's crazy expensive, but back in the day when I lived there, it was, you know, I ate out literally every day. Yeah, because I was, you know, a big cook. So that was my thing. And it was cheap. You could do it cheaply. Now that's not the story.
Yeah. Times changed. All right, great job. Everybody send some love to Scan and Bree. So now we got Rose and Anna. All right. And now we got to take it up a notch. So here's the deal. When you give your ingredients as the next person, now I want you to oratate the story, be the narrator for the other person. So Anna, if you are being a narrator for Rose, you're not speaking as Rose this time. You're speaking for Rose. You're speaking to heighten who she is as a person. I want you to truly just hear the message and go with what's in your heart. So we're going to have Rose go first. And Anna is going to create the story, then vice versa. Rose, you got 30 seconds on the clock.
All right. I am getting ready to celebrate my 2nd wedding anniversary to my beautiful wife. We met 26 years ago. She was my first girlfriend, and we reconnected in 2015. I absolutely love going for drives, playing car karaoke on our drives. We do travel a lot, but we find that the peace and quiet of the drive is the best.
All right, great job. Ready, Anna? Let's turn it into a story. Here we go.
Rose is amazing. She has her partner that she's celebrating over 20 years with. They've been together for a long time. They've shared amazing experiences. She loves going on car rides. and they enjoy quality time with each other.
Okay, all you did was repeat what she said. You do know that, right? All you did was
That's what I
repeat.
was supposed to do.
No, you're supposed to make a story out of it. So here's the example of making a story, right? So you're speaking about what she has done. So Rose has been a person that has accomplished a lot in her lives. Now, in this particular section, you can go right into her love life, right, and go in how she has anniversary for 20 years, or how she had rekindled the flame. But the idea of this thing is to stretch it out, like make the other person sound bigger than what they are, because that's really what's happening here. You are bigger than what you're making yourself out to be. So sometimes you need other people to say it so that way you can hear it. So for you, Anna, you now have to say your ingredients and allow Rose to make your story.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Let me know. I love amazing experiences with my friends and family. We enjoy traveling the world to luxurious destinations. We love having quality fruits and vegetables, and we appreciate a beautiful sunset on a yacht sailing the Mediterranean Sea. And we also love making money together, and we're millionaires living in our mansion in Beverly Hills.
Wait, what? Wait, wow. Wait a minute. I'm confused now. What happened now? I'm confused to which story is which now. Like, was that your story, or was that Rose's story?
Get big. I'm sorry, you didn't say that to me. Like,
That was Rose's story? You made that up for Rose?
I'm confused.
All right, let me just give y'all a heads up now, because we gotta get some clarity going on over here. So Bree actually did it right. Scan did it right. Yeah, I want to give Rose a chance to do it too. So it sounded like you said Rose's story. Did you say Rose's story or your story?
I said my story because initially
Yeah,
I
you
said
weren't
Rose's
supposed to
story,
share your story.
but I
What
said
you
Rose's
shared,
story before, and you said I
what
didn't do it right, so I wasn't sure.
what you shared was a story, and that's how you're supposed to present Rose's story. But it's supposed to be for Rose. That's why even though it was yours, it sounded like it could go for Rose. So that's why it still sounded good. But when you share your ingredients, it's just talking about what you like to do, right? Like your natural self now. And then Rose is supposed to take that and talk about the sunsets and do all that. Like, that was dope. I just think it was
It should
interesting.
be my story, not Rose's story.
No, you did it. You did it from the first. You did it the first way around, like how Bree and us scared it.
Right.
But I wanted you now to do something different, and this is just showing us something. At the end, I'll reveal why we did the exercise. But I wanted to show you something, right? And now you're speaking from a standpoint where it's your story, but it was about Rose, or was it about you though? Who was that about?
It was about me.
Right. So then you share your ingredients about who you are, what you like to do, just who you are. And then Rose takes that information and creates the story that you just created.
So we're
right?
doing the same thing that Scan and Bree did.
Yeah, but you were
But
supposed
you're
to
the
narrate.
narrator.
Right. It's supposed to be about Rose.
Oh, okay.
So
my story, but make it about Rose.
all right, let's run it back, because somebody
Someone else can go first.
somebody, they did go first. Two people went first. So all right. So the key thing in this is just going. It's just listening and going, right? It's not about complicating, overthinking, or overanalyzing, right? It's just going. And sometimes we can get caught up, but let's try it one more time. So Rose, do you remember Rose's story, Anna?
Yes, I think I did most of
Rose,
it.
let's go again, Rose. Tell your ingredients. Tell your ingredients.
Okay, I'm going to be celebrating my wedding anniversary next week, and I have been married to my beautiful wife We're celebrating, she was my first girlfriend 26 years ago. We love to travel as well, but I find that I enjoy her company more. So we go for drives and we like to do car karaoke while we're driving and just spending that quality time together.
So here's how it will go, right? So Rose shared her ingredients, right? Just told us a little bit about her. Now your job is to create a story, right? And the story that you can create, it could just be anything. So it was a dark night. I mean, it was a bright day outside, and everybody was cheering. Why? Because we just cemented our anniversary. And this is impactful because on the screen it displayed our entire journey. 26 years ago, it took me back to a place where I first met this person under this oak tree, enjoying smoothies. And whatever she said, just added to it, and then that's it. It's done. But
You
the
want me to
purpose
also add to her story. Okay.
is for you to create the story. You have to create the story. Just like how when Bree was talking about how she was going from state to state, right? But instead of it being on I, now you have to say it from the you perspective. These are just two different perspectives. We don't have time for you to do both of them. So we just have a two separate examples. But the one that you're doing is a lot harder than the I. It's a lot harder. So now that you know Rose's story, or know Rose's history, now you have to create the story, right? So that's her ingredients to your story.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to be making up some stuff along the way. All right.
It's all made up. It's all made up.
All right.
So make it up. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's get it.
It was a beautiful Sunday afternoon. As I was walking along the trail, I saw this amazingly gorgeous woman, and I thought, I need to get her attention. As I approached her, she was staring at me, and we talked for a little bit. We exchanged numbers. We met later for a beautiful sunset dinner date, and I knew she was the one for me. 20 years later, today we're celebrating our anniversary.
Okay, so real quick, good job. I seen at the end you kind of made a switch when you realized time was going up. There's something that happened, but why wouldn't you use that energy earlier? Why wait until you run out of time to use that as a tool?
Because I think earlier I had it wrong. I wasn't doing the right thing, and I was focused more on honestly adding my story to hers. So I was trying to add a story related to myself as opposed to thinking or focusing on what she said.
Okay, so that's not bad. So now we got a couple more minutes. End up in the next 5 minutes, we're gonna close out, y'all. But Anna, your turn. So share your ingredients, share your history, so Rose can create your story. But Rose, did she create a good story for you? Did she narrate a good story?
Actually, she did, because I visualized the first time that me and my wife had met when she was talking about it, but I was picturing the actual places. But yeah, I could visualize it.
Right, great job. All right, Anna, you're up. 30 seconds on the clock for you. Who are you?
So I'm Anna. I'm from Jamaica, and I love to travel. I love to experience different cultures. I have a passion for helping children. I'm a big sister and a mentor for a beautiful little girl. Her name is Kinley, and we enjoy braiding our hair together, shopping, going to the library, and going to the mall. I love spending time with my family and friends as well.
All right, Jamaica. All right, Rose, you're up.
Yes. So Anna, she's in Jamaica, and she absolutely loves mentoring and giving back to children. She met someone and took them under her wing, and the little girl is actually the descendant of Bob Marley. And so she just gave everything that she had to this little girl because she thought she didn't have anything. And it turns out that this little girl grew up and left her a bunch of money. And so Anna spent the rest of her life giving to others.
Hey, shout out to Anna. Anna, let me get a little bit of that money Bob Marley niece left me, because me and Rose, right, Rose, tell her to divvy it up with us.
Yes. mindset. I do have to, sorry, get ready to get off the call because I'm late to my She Builds, She Profits
Yeah,
meeting.
go ahead. Go ahead, get in there. Good
Okay,
job,
bye,
Rose.
love family. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Absolutely. Great job, Rose. So did anybody get anything from that exercise? Did anybody get anything from the exercise? So inside the exercise, this is what was happening. Challenging your mind to just be creative and not overthink about what is happening. These stories are just thoughts. And sometimes it's easy for thoughts to come to us, sometimes it's not, right? But for the most part, it's more about just expanding your mind and expanding your thought. So if we had more time, we could go into a deeper, quicker, fast-paced thing where you're just sharing a story about that person. So now you become like, let's say for example, for Scan, you would just come up, Anna, and you would just speak about the fact that what Scan has. Let me say that. So Scan will come up and share his ingredients, but when we're doing it fast, you would speak about how Scan is, how you see him, but you would speak from that narrative standpoint where just like how Rose just did from you, right? There's different levels to it where you can speak from the I perspective. The I perspective is a lot easier than the you perspective, which means that it's easier for somebody to think about themselves and it's harder for somebody to think about other people. But in this way of transforming your life, you must think about other people. You must think that they play a role in your story. You must be able to just create a path of what we will call imagination, because imagination is taking control of everything that we see here in front of us. And we talk about cell phones, we talk about the desktop, we talk about even down to our thoughts, right? It's like our imagination is being played on. But if you're not doing practice on your imagination, if you're not working on it, if you're not simplifying your imagination, then what happens is when it's time for you to use it for you, it's harder, right? It's a lot harder. So, but Scan, when you came up and you shared about Bree's story, did you learn anything about yourself when you shared Bree's story?
More of a reflection of myself, not like something new, because I love classic things. So yeah, like I said, it was more like a reflection more than something new, because I knew that about myself. I know that I love to travel again with my friends and family, and we love to go to expensive places. So yeah, that's what I saw and pretty story that I could relate to, and a story that I could relate to.
Okay. I can't really hear that much of you, Scan, right now for some reason. I don't know if I'm the only one who's having that hard trouble, but I think it's an echo thing. I think it's because of where you're at. The echo is muffling out the sound. For you, Anna, did you discover anything about yourself when Rose was sharing your story?
I did. I found that we had a couple of things in common where she enjoys spending quality time with her partner and she enjoys karaoke in the car, and that is so me. So I just discovered that there's commonalities in people, um, even though we just met. So
Okay, that's not bad. That's a good perspective. Bree, when Scan was sharing your story, did you discover anything for yourself?
Yeah, well, I will say as much as I discovered something when he was sharing my story, but I'm just going back and reflecting on when I was sharing his story, and it took me back to my time in New York. So I didn't know that he lived in New York, but it took me back to those moments in New York and the beauty, all the things that he talked about in terms of travel and foodie and hanging out with friends and family. Those things just resonated with me. So, like Anna, the commonality, the connections are, we're like 6 degrees separated from so many, we have more in common than we have things that are different. And I think the other thing for me, when I was replaying his story, I'm a writer. And I'm verbose as a writer, and I'm just, so that's something I have to work on, just editing myself in terms of time. You know, because I had an entire story for him, but I didn't get it in 30 seconds. So
That's not bad. That's not bad. Everybody did a good job, and the game is really played with more people, so it could be a faster thing. But yeah, everybody did a good job. It was a good job. It's really just for you to test your imagination, but to get comfortable with it. Just it's all about reps. Remember, as we continue with this accountability program, the more reps you get, the better you're going to be. The more reps you get, like if you can get reps at utilizing your imagination for anything, just practicing intentionally using your imagination, there's going to be breakthroughs for you. Now, more breakthroughs might happen after the call, just giving y'all a heads up, because I could have done a little bit better job on being a little bit clearer with the instructions. So it's going to pop like popcorn a little bit once you get off the call and you realize that all of this stuff is made up. Even what you're doing is made up. Yeah, it may be something that has happened. It's all made up. So if it's all made up, why can't I make up the best case scenario and live in the best case scenario for myself? If you could make up the best case scenario for somebody else, how come you can't do it for yourself? Right? So these things start to be the questions that you think about later on, and then you start to get downloads and answers to them, because in reality, we're all each other's mirror, right? So if you could do it for the other person, you can do it for you. But the more reps you get, the easier it becomes, all right? The easier it becomes. Oh yeah. Bree, you said you want to do like exercise. That's fine. It just you got to do it on the next one. You got to do it on the next one. But yes, if y'all have any exercises y'all want to play or y'all want people to do them. I got one final one that I just want y'all to just do real fast, and it's reaching up, right? The highest you can. Can you reach as high as you can? Can you reach as high as you can? Okay. All right. Now I want you to reach like if your dreams were up there and you could grab it, it is literally up there. Just reach up there and grab it. See if you can go further. Go further than what you went the first time. Did you go further than you went the first time? Let me know. I don't know if y'all did or not. Did you? Did you go further the first time or the second time? You jumped. I didn't see all of that, Scan. But if you went up further the second time, the question is, why couldn't you do that on the first time? Why couldn't you go that far on the first time? If you could do it on the second time, why couldn't you go that far on the first time? Like Scan said he jumped. I don't know how high he jumped, but why couldn't you do it on the first time? Yeah, I get it. You don't know what you was reaching for. I understand. None of us know anything. Like when you start realizing you don't know anything, it just changes your life. Like we don't know why we're doing all of this stuff. Like my dad didn't know he was gonna die when he was calling everybody to come to the family legacy meeting. We don't know. We're never gonna know. But if you give your all the first time, there's something in it for you. So that's really it. That concludes today. Today was more on the light side. We just wanted